Which pieces do you sacrifice here? White is winning, but you must find the best moves, and first off, let's take a look at your knight here. Your knight is completely trapped, however, it seems you can evacuate it to either g7 or f6 because you can move your king up and around like so. You can even keep going with your king up to f7 and g8 and attack black's bishop in the very corner here because it is also trapped. So, it seems like you have a pretty straightforward plan here. First you start with king to g4, but now what does black do here? Well, they must go and attack your knight immediately. If they play anything else here, it's simply going to be too slow. If they try going to a6 and attacking your c-pawn, then you take on c7 and evacuate your knight. So they might try going to c8 here, but this little maneuver wastes the move. You now go to g6. And when they attack your knight here, then you take an f6, at which point this endgame is just completely winning. So, that does not work. Black must attack your knight with c8 first, at which point it looks like you are simply too slow after king to h5 here and king d8, because what do you do with your knight? If you try moving your king in, well, black will simply capture and block you, so that does not work. So really here, you only have one option, which is to sacrifice it. It seems like it's a good idea to take on c7 here, take the free pawn, black must capture, and then go up to g6 and attack black's bishop. However, this is not actually good for you. Why? Well, the thing is, when you go and do this plan, black here is just going to follow your king all the way there, at which point they trap you actually. You cannot move your king anywhere, and you cannot push any of your pawns, meaning you have no legal moves, and this is a stalemate. Stalemate is a draw. So, that does not work. What else can you do instead? Well, you actually have one way to win here, and that is with the move knight g7. Of course here, black is going to capture, and now stuff gets crazy. The most natural move here by far, king g6, does not work because of the same idea. Black goes in the corner, and then they're simply going to follow your king there, and you get stalemated. This is once again a draw. The only winning move here is the insane second sacrifice, promotes anyways, which is just crazy, but the idea is their bishop is trapped, and we're going to get much the same situation here, but the difference is now our pawn is gone, so there is no stalemate, and we're actually going to force black away from their pawns, and you can very easily capture them here, at which point you're going to capture the rest of black's pawns, and this is just a winning endgame.